Equations of circles, last circle video. So copy your I can statement, and then from there let's move right on to your vocabulary. Alright, please copy this picture, and from the equation written right here is actually what you'll need to memorize. But let's relate it to the picture. The center of the circle is HK. H and K should sound like familiar letters for you, and of course the radius is represented with R. The only other thing I'll note for you right here on this page is notice the center is labeled HK, and in here it's written with a minus H and a minus K. That should also sound familiar as we change the sign of things that go in and out of parentheses. Okay, let's jump right in. All we have to do is put it into the formula and or take it out of the formula. Example 1. Here is the center and the radius provided. Write the equation of the circle. Draw a picture if you'd like to, if you're a more visual person. A radius of 3 units long, and the center is 3, 3. Okay, of course our first example here's a little tricky because they're all 3's, but let's write our equation. X minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. Come to the side, label h, k, and r, and throw them in, and you're done. The radius is 3. Actually, you know what? We don't even need to label it there. Let's do it right here. Radius is 3. Here's h. Here's k. When you go to plug them in, though, remember that minus h and minus k. The best way to think of it is if you're putting it in or out of parentheses, it's like change the sign. We used to say change h. Speaking of which, we used to say change h, keep k, but in this case it would be change both of them because they're both in the parentheses. So it's x minus h and y minus k equals r squared. You can write 3 squared here, or you can go ahead and write 9. You would want 9 for the final answer. And there you go. That's number 1. Let's go to number 2. Same information. I won't draw the picture this time, but the radius is 7. Here is h. Here is k. Let's write it this time. I'll fill it in as I go. X minus h, y minus k equals r squared. 7 squared is 49. And we're done. This is easy. Okay, so here's more of the same, but you do want to be careful with h and k being negatives. If you're thinking change the sign, you're going to be fine. So I would write down that this is h, this is k, and of course this is r. So let's plug it into the formula. X minus h is minus 13 squared plus y minus k, think change k, so that minus negative 2 becomes plus 2. Squared equals radius squared. 6 squared is 36. We're done. Let's do the second one, number 4. Here's h, here's k, here's r. Change h, so minus negative 13 becomes plus 13. Change the k, minus negative 10 becomes plus 10. Square your r. 16, and you're done. They're that quick. It actually took me a while to get that one. Make sure you study it and figure it out. Okay, example 3. Same stuff, but from information coming from a picture this time instead of just the information. So let's figure out what R and the center is. The center of the circle is right here, so can you please name that point? The center is negative 2, positive 3. The radius of that circle, you need to just draw one in and count how many units that is. 1, 2. 2 units long. So the radius is 2. Here's h, here's k. Write the equation, means plug it in. Change h becomes plus 2. Change k becomes minus 3. Square your r, and you're all done. Let's do another one with a picture. Example 4. Try this one on your own and then look at my answers. Okay, I've filled in the center and the radius. Be careful that center You need to make sure you count it from the origin. So here's your 8, here's your K, write your formula. Change H, so change the sign on that, change the sign on the K, square your R. 2 squared is 4. All done. Okay, this is our last lesson on circles. You should get your practice test in class next time. So please make sure you have all your video notes done. You want to turn in all of your work before the test or it's 50% off. And please, please, please don't ignore that practice test. We always have the answers posted on Canvas. Do that. The test will be just like it. Thanks a lot.